Chosen One, you've been feeling the tremble beneath the surface, haven't you? The atmosphere around your life has shifted, though nothing has outwardly announced the change. But I tell you now, what I have begun in secret is already moving into plain sight. The silence was never a sign of absence. It was the sound of me realigning what man cannot measure. You were not being forgotten. You were being positioned. Everything you thought was delayed has only been preserved for perfect release. Even now, heaven is ahead of you, accelerating what used to resist you. And what once mocked your pace will now stagger, trying to catch up with your favor. I allowed the contradiction because I needed you to see the war for what it truly is. This was never about your weakness. This was always about your assignment. The enemy did not attack you because you were off track. He came for you because you are the track. You are the line I've drawn in the earth to break cycles and restart bloodlines. And so the resistance wasn't punishment. It was prophecy pressing through opposition. The discomfort you've been living through has been birthing a kingdom move too big for small explanations. You weren't losing time. You were gaining access. And the very place where you were misread is where I will now reveal you. Every closed door has been a setup for one opening that changes everything. I've watched you knock, cry, wait, and ask, and still the answers didn't match your pain. But I was never ignoring you. I was working behind you beyond your ability to predict, and now I speak this with no uncertainty. It is already moving. What I placed in motion is bigger than what you prayed for. I'm not just responding to your request, I'm fulfilling my word over your life. And even when your hope was tired, my plan was still fully alive. Chosen One, don't measure the moment by what you can see. Heaven doesn't shout when it shifts, it just moves. You expected thunder, but I've been quietly accelerating what I started. You expected signs, but I've been working through silence. Don't confuse lack of noise with lack of movement. I've been ahead of you the whole time, and now the momentum is unstoppable, not because of your strategy, but because of my sovereignty. You're not waiting for alignment. You're stepping into it. What used to feel like surviving will now become evidence of your sending. What once confused you will now confirm you. This is why the warfare intensified right when you were about to quit. That wasn't coincidence. It was confirmation that the shift had already begun. When hell couldn't stop you, it tried to distract you. But you didn't back out, even when you didn't understand. And now I'm rewarding your endurance with evidence. You will not have to prove yourself. I will validate you myself. And those who dismissed you will witness what I always saw in you. I am the one who hid you, and I am the one now revealing you. This unveiling isn't just about your elevation, it's about my timeline for destiny. You've been feeling the build-up because it's time to break open. Don't let familiarity numb your expectation. I'm doing something fresh that doesn't match your history. The new has begun even though the old hasn't formally ended. I'm not bound by what's still lingering. I'm bound to what I've spoken. And what I've spoken is now manifesting not in pieces, but in fullness. It's already moving, and soon everyone connected to you will feel it. Stay steady, even as it unfolds differently than you pictured. I never promised predictability. I promised purpose. This isn't random, it's divine strategy. You will see how every delay served direction. I am repaying time, not just restoring it. Your future is no longer pending, it's activated. And your past, no matter how deep, no longer has permission to delay what I've decreed. What I launch cannot be reversed. Chosen One, I saw the weariness you didn't voice. I heard the prayers you whispered through clenched teeth and silent tears. You asked me if it was worth it, if the unseen obedience actually mattered. And I answer you now with the weight of eternity behind my voice. Yes, it mattered more than you can imagine. Every act of integrity when no one was watching, every refusal to quit when quitting looked logical, I counted it all. You have not labored in vain. You have labored in alignment. And the seeds I told you to plant are breaking ground in this very hour. This is not the season of maybe. This is the season of manifestation. I was not delaying to punish you. I was developing your authority. I stretched your capacity because the oil I placed on you requires pressure. This isn't just about personal breakthrough. This is about generational impact. You carry deliverance in your DNA, and hell knows it. That's why the attacks were so tailored, so precise, because you are the disruption to darkness that was never expected. And now that you've stood, I can release what was reserved. This moment is not reactionary. It is revelation being revealed through you. It's already moving, and nothing can stop it now. You felt forgotten because I hid you for a holy reason. I couldn't let people attach too soon to what I was still refining. You thought you were being overlooked, but I was securing your foundation. The silence that haunted you was actually your covering. The absence of applause was the sound of me protecting your purpose. I couldn't let shallow validation contaminate the depth of your call, and now that your roots are deep, your rise will be unstoppable. The unveiling begins with a pace that you won't have to force. You've crossed over, even if it hasn't fully appeared that way yet. The shift isn't coming, it already started. I'm lifting the veil over what has been long prophesied. What looked like delay was only divine concealment. And now, I'm commanding exposure in the places that once rejected you. The doors that wouldn't open were not your fault. They were not your doors. And now the ones I've designed for you are swinging open without resistance. You don't need to beg for access. You are the access point I am using. When this word speaks to you, take a moment to like the video, and don't miss the free daily alignment guide waiting for you in the description below. Chosen One, you will not be small in a place I've called you to rule. Stop shrinking to fit old spaces that cannot handle your anointing. You were never meant to blend in, you were marked to break through. I created you with difference because I'm birthing deliverance through your distinction. What others called strange, I call strategic. What others labeled weakness, I placed as a weapon. And now, those very traits they misunderstood will be the reason you're elevated. I made you different on purpose, not by accident. I'm calling you out of hiding, not into noise, but into clarity. You won't have to announce yourself because I'm announcing you. What I do in you next will silence the mockery and cancel every false narrative. Don't look back to see who's watching. Look forward and walk boldly. The path is prepared, the favor is authorized, and the oil is increasing. The limitations that once confined you have expired. I'm enlarging your territory because your yes never expired. It's already moving, and it's your time to rise with it. Every yes you gave me in private is now echoing through realms you cannot yet see. Heaven responds to the consistency you've shown when you had no confirmation. And now confirmation is about to overflow. Miracles are in motion not because of hype, but because of heaven's schedule. This is not emotional, it is eternal. My plan is unfolding, and your life is the canvas. Chosen One, you are not waiting anymore. You are walking into what was always yours. Chosen One, the wind is shifting not just around you, but in you. What once felt like resistance will now serve as fuel. I allowed you to be pressed because you carry a promise that cannot be casual. Your life is a prophetic announcement, and your movement is a declaration of my power. I didn't call you to be tolerated. I called you to take territory. You are not rising to prove anything to man. You are rising to reveal my word. The enemy hoped you'd collapse under the weight, but I made you for this. You were fashioned in fire to carry glory, not shame. You thought you were buried, but you were planted. And now the soil is breaking beneath you because your roots have outgrown restriction. I hid you in obscurity to make sure you could survive exposure. What I'm releasing through you cannot be rushed, copied, or stopped. This move is personal and prophetic. Every hidden yes is producing a public shift. You're not behind, you're in alignment, and every lost opportunity is being replaced by divine appointment. The storm was never about destroying you. It was about revealing what couldn't be shaken. I let the pressure come so you could see how stable my word in you really is. What you survived was proof of what you're made of. The fire didn't consume you. It revealed the flame I placed inside you. I let them count you out so I could show them what I count as chosen. You didn't bend to bitterness, and that saved your future. I'm honoring what you endured without retaliation. This isn't compensation. It's culmination. I'm not just restoring what was lost. I'm launching what was hidden. This is the season where the last will be seen and the silent will be heard. I've reversed the order of expectation so that my glory cannot be mistaken. The ones they overlooked are now the ones I'm spotlighting. The places that denied you will now have to request you. The time has come and the tables have turned, not in vengeance but in vindication. You wondered if it was all in your head, if you misheard me, if you dreamed too big. But I confirm now with no delay, it was me. I gave you the vision, and I sustained you in the silence. I didn't let it die even when you lost strength to believe in it. And now I've commanded the shift to accelerate. The alignments, the doors, the resources, they are coming without your manipulation. This is not your effort, it is my orchestration, and it is already moving. Don't let fear of failure stop you from stepping forward. What I've placed in you cannot be undone by intimidation. The critics didn't call you, so they can't cancel what I've approved. Walk boldly now, because hesitation is no longer holy. This isn't the time to second-guess what I've settled. You've been prepared for such a time as this, and though the cost was heavy, the crown will be undeniable. Your obedience has unlocked overflow. I'm sending people to find you, not because of your popularity, but because of your purpose. You will not have to market your anointing. I will make room for your assignment. The ones I send won't just support you, they'll carry pieces of your prophecy forward. Stop rehearsing rejection. It no longer applies. What I'm doing now won't require explanation. It will carry confirmation. You will not be small again, and the silence you once feared will be filled with songs of fulfillment. This move is generational. What I do through you will ripple through bloodlines. You are not just chosen for today. You are marked for legacy. I will use your life to break what held your family back for decades, and your surrender has become the seedbed of divine revolution. Your name is being whispered in rooms you didn't even know existed, and what I've spoken over, you cannot be revoked by time, man, or mistake. It's moving, and you are at the center of it. Chosen one, the breaking you endured was never for shame, it was for shaping. I broke what was brittle so I could build what is unshakable. The loss, the stripping, the closed doors, they were not punishment, they were preparation for permanence. I do not release fragile victories. I refine my vessels until they can carry the weight of real glory. And you, my chosen, have been refined by fire. The pain didn't define you, but it did deliver you from dependency on anything temporary. I removed the false so I could reveal the eternal, and now what's rising in you will not break under pressure. You were faithful when it was dark. You didn't quit when it was lonely. And even when you questioned me, you still stayed with me. That kind of loyalty is not overlooked. It is honored. I will repay your quiet faithfulness with loud fulfillment. I'm making your name echo where it was once erased. I'm placing you in spaces where your voice will unlock freedom for others. This isn't a promotion, it's a prophetic placement. The moves I'm making around you are already shifting the minds of people who once dismissed you. I'm softening the hearts of those who will now become divine connections. You don't have to chase opportunities. I'm commanding them to find you. You don't need to fight for visibility. I'm illuminating your path with undeniable favor. The right ones will recognize you because they were assigned to. Stop explaining your process to people who were never meant to understand it. I didn't call them, I called you, and it's your obedience that qualifies you for what's next. This is the era of access. You won't have to manipulate it, force it, or fake it. I'm giving you open doors with open heavens. I'm unlocking what seemed sealed shut. You're not waiting on man's permission. You've already received my decree. And where I decree, no resistance can remain. The gates are opening not just for blessing, but for building. You are entering into the phase where vision meets manifestation, and every piece will align in divine timing. You are no longer a wanderer, you are a carrier of divine precision. What used to confuse you will now clarify others. Your wisdom was born in warfare, and now it will be sought after. I've given you revelation not for performance, but for impact. Don't minimize your story. It's the doorway for others' deliverance. I didn't preserve you to hide you. I preserved you to highlight what I've placed inside you. And now, I release the fullness. You will no longer live in survival mode. Every time you almost gave up, angels stood around you. I dispatched help even when you didn't feel it. You are surrounded by more than you've seen, and now I'm removing the veil over your understanding. You'll begin to discern clearly who is sent and who is seasonal. You will feel the urgency to move and the grace to move without fear. I'm making your next steps obvious and your path undeniable. This is not a guessing season, it's a governed one. and I am governing every detail with precision. Chosen One, the cycle has broken. The pattern is done. What hindered you before can't follow you now. I've shut doors behind you so you won't retreat. The grace to return to old mindsets is gone. The hunger you feel is for what I've already scheduled. Don't worry about how. I've already handled it. Walk like it's done because it is. It's already moving. Chosen One, this is not just your moment. It is my movement through you. The timing is no longer pending. I have spoken, and what I decree does not wait on comfort to arrive. You've been faithful with little, and now I'm trusting you with more than you imagined. This expansion is not because you chased platforms, it's because you stewarded presence. You didn't pursue exposure, you pursued me. And now, the exposure will serve your assignment, not distract from it. You are stepping into the divine fulfillment of what once looked impossible. I'm sending resources in ways you didn't expect. Provision is coming from unlikely places. You'll see doors open from people you've never met, and favor flow through unfamiliar names. Don't limit me to what you know. I am not bound to logic. What's coming doesn't have to make sense. It has to make impact. And I'm not just meeting your needs. I'm resourcing your vision. I'm placing the right people in the right place at the right time. And they won't just show up, they'll come equipped. The warfare that used to shake you will no longer faze you. You've crossed a line in the spirit. The enemy lost his leverage the moment you refused to bow. You've outgrown cycles that once defined you, and what you couldn't shake before has now lost access to your atmosphere. Your discernment is sharper, your authority is stronger, your tolerance for distraction has expired. You're not just chosen, you're confirmed. I've removed the ones who couldn't carry what's next. Let them go. Stop rehearsing losses that were really deliverances. Not everyone was meant to cross into your new. Some departures were disguised as disappointments, but they were actually divine surgery. I removed them so I could make room. I didn't subtract to punish you. I subtracted to preserve what I'm building. And now what's ahead will be surrounded by covenant, not competition. You won't need to strive, you'll flow. I'm making it easy to do what used to feel impossible. The doors will open and the steps will be clear. You'll feel my wind on your back and my fire in your bones. This is not a season of confusion. It's a season of confirmation. You're not building alone. I'm building with you. And every blueprint I've given you will unfold exactly as I showed it. You won't have to defend it. It will speak for itself. You are about to be recognized for what I saw in you before time began. This is divine revealing, not human promotion. I've cleared the stage so the fullness of my glory can move through you without mixture. Your name will be mentioned not for fame but for function. They'll know who you are because they'll see who I am through you, and your story will activate something in others that has been buried too long. You are not just an answer, you are a signal. Your life is sounding an alarm in the spirit. Every step forward is sending shockwaves into regions that were dormant. What looked like a personal win is actually a generational breaking. You are unlocking something bigger than your own comfort. You're ushering in a move that can't be explained, only experienced. This is what the waiting was for. This is what the tears watered. And now it's already moving. Chosen One, your name has been authorized in realms your feet haven't touched yet. I've already spoken concerning you, and the verdict is victory. The courtroom of heaven ruled in your favor long before the conflict ever began. You weren't overlooked. You were overprotected. I didn't let you rise before your root system was deep enough to carry destiny. Now that the foundation is settled, I'm accelerating the fruit. And it won't be seasonal. It will be sustained. This is not just a window of favor. It's a permanent shift in your atmosphere. You will not repeat the old cycles under a new name. I've cut the cord to every old agreement that tried to linger. Your no to compromise was your yes to clarity. And because you refused to settle, I've now settled matters concerning you. You will not strive to be seen, you'll stand because I've sealed it. What once caused delay is now dismantled. The spiritual traffic around your calling has been cleared, and what used to feel congested will now feel commanded. I am sending clarity that breaks through confusion like lightning. You won't have to second-guess your next steps. I've already mapped them out. Follow the peace, not the pressure. Follow the fire, not the familiar. When I move, I leave no doubt behind. The prompting in your spirit is me guiding you, not your emotions misleading you. I've been training your ear in silence so you'd know my whisper when everything else is loud. And now, you'll recognize my pace without hesitation. You don't need another confirmation. You are the confirmation. Your life is the evidence of what I promised. I didn't keep you alive just to survive. I kept you alive because I've assigned you to stir awakening. What you carry is disruptive because it's divine. That's why it didn't fit in controlled environments. That's why they tried to contain you. But you can't contain what I've called to pioneer. I didn't make you a replica. I made you a reformer. And now, the world will feel the impact of what they tried to ignore. The season of proving yourself has ended. I will do the proving for you. I will back your voice with results. I will back your walk with wonder. I will surround your obedience with unusual outcomes. People will see the difference and wonder where it came from. And the answer will not be you. It will be me in you. I'm not just moving around you. I'm moving through you unmistakably. Don't panic when things shift suddenly. That's how momentum looks. Sudden turns, unexpected calls, doors that weren't even on your radar. These are signs that I'm in control. What looks like a surprise is really a setup. You asked me to move, now don't resist it when I do. Comfort will not be your compass. The wind of my spirit is what carries you now. It may not look stable, but it is sure. The connections I'm forming will carry purpose, not performance. You will build with people who don't compete, but covenant. You will speak, and others will feel their spirit wake up. You will lead, not because you wanted to, but because I made you a blueprint. Stop shrinking to fit rooms that are too small for what I'm doing. If they don't recognize you, it's because you're called to create what doesn't exist yet. And I will fund, fuel, and fill everything you need to do it. Chosen one, it's already moving. The silence is breaking. The cloud is shifting. The doors are unlocking. And your spirit knows it, even before your eyes see it. I am the God of sudden lies. And this is that moment. The old you no longer fits. The new you is here. Walk boldly because I've already made the way straight. Chosen one, I want you to know. I never left you in the delay. I was standing with you in the silence, not just watching, but orchestrating every outcome. When you felt stuck, I was planting you deeper. When nothing moved on the outside, I was shifting everything on the inside. I never wasted a single moment of your pain. Every breakdown was building you. Every quiet night was training your vision to see beyond the natural. And now that depth is becoming your difference. I didn't preserve you to pause you. I preserved you so you would rise at the right time with nothing missing. Your voice is needed now, not later. The sound I placed inside you will awaken people who didn't even know they were asleep. The world needs what you carry, not what you've copied. I've assigned your authenticity to heal places performance never could. You are not a replacement for someone else. You are a release of something brand new. That's why the journey was so specific. That's why the battles were so tailored. Because your assignment couldn't afford shortcuts. And now that you've emerged, it's time to speak from your scars with authority. I am the God who finishes what I start. And what I started in you will not stall here. I'm breathing fresh wind into your spirit right now. Strength is rising where fatigue tried to settle. Clarity is overtaking confusion. Momentum is overtaking hesitation. You are not running on empty. You are rising with overflow. And your future is no longer a question, it's a guarantee. Not because of what you've earned, but because of what I've authored. The people who thought they knew you are about to meet the version of you I always saw. You're not stepping back into their expectations, you're stepping into my revelation. Stop trying to explain your shift to those still anchored to your history. I released you from that past version of yourself. The shame, the labels, the false identities, they have no authority now. You are not who you were, you are who I say you are. And I say you are chosen, established, and appointed. This is your breakout hour. Don't wait for another confirmation to believe what I've already made clear. You've been prepared not just emotionally, but spiritually and prophetically. You carry answers no one else has because you've walked paths few would survive. I didn't send you through that to waste it. I sent you through it to wield it. And now your story is your strategy. Your freedom will ignite freedom in others. You'll begin to notice people being drawn to you who feel like destiny. That's me connecting divine strands, people you didn't expect, aligned by design. They'll bring solutions, not stress. They'll speak your language without needing translation. I'm bringing covenant people to covenant assignments. You won't have to force these alignments. They'll just flow. Watch how quickly the right ones gather. I've already whispered your name in their spirit. Don't hesitate when the pace increases. That's not instability. It's divine speed. I'm catching you up to where you belong. You'll begin to move in days what used to take you months. The resistance is gone because the timing is right. You are not late. You're perfectly positioned. Every detour made room for this arrival. Every delay built the character needed for this wait. And now, the release begins. You're not stepping into uncertainty. You're stepping into me. I've gone before you, cleared the way, and called it blessed. The momentum isn't emotional, it's spiritual. The doors won't just open, they'll stay open. You will not cycle again. You will not shrink again. You will not be silenced again. Because it's already moving, and this time nothing will stop it. Chosen one, this isn't just a moment of clarity. It's a mantle being placed on you. I have clothed you in fresh authority. What intimidated you before will now submit to your voice. You've crossed over from asking me to move to realizing I already have. Your identity is no longer in question. Your authority is no longer dormant. You are not hoping for access. You're holding the keys. And you will move forward like one who knows who sent them. I have broken the ceiling off your mind. The limitations you once accepted have expired. I am rewiring your expectations because I'm revealing a version of victory you've never seen before. You won't just recover, you'll redefine what restoration looks like. I am multiplying what man tried to subtract. You will see double where you lost much, and the joy returning will not be conditional, it will be rooted in me. This is not emotional hype, it is divine reality catching up to you. The instructions I give you next will be specific. Obedience in this hour will accelerate what could have taken years. Don't delay when I speak. Don't overthink the open doors. You asked me to move. Now follow me without hesitation. I will confirm my voice as you go. And as you step forward, I will dismantle every trap meant to delay you. I go before you as fire and behind you as glory. You are fully covered, fully called, and fully commissioned. You've wondered why the warfare increased right when things started feeling better. It's because the enemy knows what's being born through you. This isn't about now, it's about legacy. This is why the storm didn't stop when it should have. This is why the warfare targeted the places you thought were healed. I allowed it because you needed to see how much you've grown. You are not fragile anymore, you are forged, you are focused, and you are ready. Your territory is expanding now. I'm not just giving you a seat at the table, I'm giving you the table. You are no longer waiting for validation. You're walking in visitation. Heaven is not just backing you, it's moving through you. I'm giving you new languages, new strategies, and new doors, and you won't walk through them alone. I will go with you. The space you're about to occupy has already been prepared. Stop preparing to be disappointed. That's not your portion. Start preparing to be overwhelmed with goodness. I'm not just restoring joy, I'm redefining it. You will laugh in places where you used to cry. You will breathe in places where you used to suffocate. I am reversing the rhythm of your life, and the sound coming from you now is one of victory, not survival. You are stepping out of cycles and into covenant. Everything I promised is still alive, and now it's accelerating. You don't need to prove it. You need to believe it. You don't need to understand every detail. You need to obey the next step, because it's already moving and nothing is missing. I'm not just fulfilling your request, I'm exceeding it. I'm not just answering your prayer, I'm awakening your purpose. And what starts now will not be small. Chosen one, you are stepping into days you once only dreamed of. I am turning what felt like survival into sustained overflow. You won't just see progress, you'll live in fulfilled prophecy. The waiting season has closed, the wondering has been answered, the fog has lifted, and the time for fulfillment has arrived. This isn't about potential anymore, it's about possession. What once required faith to see will now stand right in front of you. Your eyes will behold what your heart never stopped believing for. I never mocked your hope, I planted it. And now I'm bringing the harvest. The very places where you felt overlooked will become altars of visibility. The very wounds that once bled in secret will shine with the light of victory. I don't play with expectations, I fulfill them, and I don't stir hunger to leave it empty. You will see how all of it was connected. The people, the pain, the preparation, it was all working toward this moment. Even what didn't make sense is being reinterpreted by the Spirit. The puzzle pieces that once felt random are aligning with precision, and your spirit knows this is real. That's why you've been feeling the urgency. That's why you can't settle. Because what's on the horizon isn't hype, it's heaven. Stop asking for confirmation that I've already given. You don't need another sign, you need to take the step. What I do through you now will not look like the last season. You've graduated. You're not repeating, you're releasing, you're not figuring it out, you're walking it out. And I will provide, protect, and position you every step of the way. You are not stepping into a trap, you're stepping into divine truth. I'm surrounding you with clarity that breaks confusion. You'll know what to say, when to say it, and where to go. You'll wake up with precision. You'll walk with certainty, and you'll speak with fire. The hesitation is lifting, the fear is melting, the delay is over, and the clarity is here. I am giving you dreams that reveal exact blueprints. I am sending people who carry missing pieces. I am activating gifts you forgot were in you. And I am reigniting the parts of your spirit that were buried under disappointment. This isn't the return of who you used to be. It's the revelation of who I made you to be. You're not going back, you're going forward, faster and freer than ever. There is nothing missing in what I'm about to release. I've prepared you completely. The path ahead will require faith, but you're ready. The blessing will come suddenly, but you won't be overwhelmed. The influence will expand rapidly, but your foundation is firm. This is the fruit of every secret yes. This is the moment where heaven says, now. It's already moving. Don't overthink it. Just move with me. Don't shrink back. Step forward. Don't analyze. Agree. I've gone before you. I've stood behind you, and I'm walking right beside you. Because this isn't just your breakthrough. It's your becoming. Chosen one, I need you to receive this deeply now. The shift has already taken place. You're not waiting for momentum. It's already wrapped around your next move. I'm sending clarity into places that once felt like warfare. I'm giving you answers without delay and strategy without confusion. The way you carry yourself will change because the atmosphere around you has changed. The authority I've activated in you cannot be denied or delayed. You are no longer trying to start. You are stepping into what has already begun. And what I begin, I finish with glory. You are not alone in this transition. I have gone before you and I remain with you. I'm removing even the residue of fear that tried to travel with you. You will not be haunted by what happened. You'll be healed by what's happening. I'm giving you rest in motion and peace in expansion. The stretch will not break you, it will build you. And the speed will not crush you, it will carry you. You are calibrated for the call, and your name is now echoing where it matters most. Let the past fall away now, completely. You are not carrying it into this. There's no room in your new space for old shame. I'm burning the labels that were never yours. I'm canceling the commentary that was never rooted in my voice. You will walk into rooms not with apology, but with anointing. You will speak not from trauma, but from truth. I am settling the score with peace, not revenge, and I'm confirming your future with fire. Now hear me. Before you go, hit like and subscribe to stay connected. Drop 55 in the comments and be sure to download your free daily alignment guide from the description below. This is your hour. Not coming here, not pending, now. The shift isn't approaching, it's arrived, it's already moving. And you, chosen one, were made for this very moment. You are not behind, you are not broken, you are not lost. You are fully aligned and everything has begun.